Maui is the hybrid campus. We're a four-year campus when it serves us better, and we're a community college when it serves us better. We actually do offer both the AA and the BAs at this particular point in time. I would have to agree with Sharon, though, that I like to take the student perspective. And from the student's perspective, this is not a very well-run system. Because I've got a student right now who was thinking of transferring either to UH Hilo or UH West Oahu or UH Manoa when she finished up her AA. And the courses we're offering right now, Hilo doesn't recognize them because the numbering system is different. And just you trying to get common course numbering should really not be that hard. And I haven't been able to figure out why we're having such difficulty to get the faculty on the different campuses to agree with that. I mean, I really believe we are all here for the students. If there were no students, we would not have jobs. There'd be no need for the university. And so I like to remain very student-centric in what I'm doing. And I have heard on different campuses from a number of different students that it is not a system. I mean, we were at that conference. I don't know how many of you were there. It was the Conference for the Cost of Higher Education. I think it started in November. Is that about right?
Yeah, it was in November over at East West Center.
Yeah.
Sponsored by the Board
and
of Regents.
There was one of the speakers who said something about how each campus has to stop trying to be everything to everyone. And I'm looking at her in my head thinking, isn't that what the universe part of university is? And I mean, to some extent, I get it. I mean, if that's the case, you know, every campus doesn't have to have every single major, but then we need to work better as a system so that students who are on Maui can take classes from here at Manoa or West Oahu or Hilo to get a bachelor's or a master's in programs that they want to. And we need to have the infrastructure to support that. I know that a lot of administrators like to say, well, just have more online classes because that doesn't cost that much. But we haven't increased the faculty or the support at the testing centers or in the tutoring places where you need that kind of support for online education. I don't know how many of you teach online, but it is a different animal altogether. And I would really like to see a new president who does understand that we really are a system, that it isn't just one campus for everybody. I mean, yes, Manoa is a flagship campus, and I got my degrees from here. I'm a proud Manoa grad. But I would like to see some of my students from Maui getting similar opportunities without necessarily having to leave the island, because some of them can't for family reasons. I don't know whether the rest of you are seeing things like, Sharon, do you see that much at Kapiolani?
What?
With the students who, I mean, when I was at Kapiolani, I remember that students started there because they didn't necessarily want to start here at Manoa. Do you still, I mean, is that still happening?
I think the cost differential is certainly part of it. It's much cheaper to get that first 2 years done in a community college. And I also think when I started at KCC, and this is something that's changed, in '97 is when I was sort of half-time at UH and half-time at KCC, and then moved into full-time at KCC. But it was the nurturing campus. Students never left. They'd be there 6 years. They go, oh, it's just so nice to be here. And they were intimidated to come to Manoa. They clearly admitted they were intimidated. And the faculty really didn't encourage them. My attitude was, get out of here, you know, go up to the big house. It's where you belong. That's where you're going to get a greater challenge in your life. And if you think KCC's opened up the doors for you, you know, go to Manoa, go somewhere else, and you'll see more doors open. You'll experience more things, you'll learn more things, you'll find more challenge. Now that table has completely turned. Now it's get them out as fast as we can, yeah, because of the metrics that we're all living under. You know, how many are you want to retain them, but not for 6 years. You want to move them on, and there's good to that. There's good to that. I think the students do need to move on, and especially the brightest need to move on. The problem is that we're moving on some students I think we shouldn't be moving on. And that's also because of pressure from metrics that we're getting. You know, you have to, 70% of your students should be achieving 70% of the learning outcomes as 70% rate. We're like 70% all the way. Okay. And I don't know, what is your experience of the students that come to you from our community college system? Do you find them to be well prepared? Thank you, George.